Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're talking all about your foundation. Look, we have all been there, right? You sign that 12-month contract, you get your branded shaker bottle, and you strut onto the gym floor totally ready to grind. You see rows upon rows of shiny $1,000 machines that frankly look like NASA equipment. You sit down, pull a little pin, press some weight away from you, and suddenly, boom, you feel like an elite athlete. But what if I told you that those expensive, hyper-engineered pieces of metal might actually be making you functionally weak? Seriously. Today, we're ditching those expensive gym coat rocks. We're going to completely rebuild your foundation from the ground up, and we'll unlock some real-world functional strength by mastering the absolute best machine ever created: your own body. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the great stability lie, the big 5 calisthenics swaps, the biology of real gains, lazy nutrition and cellular health, your 6 a.m. master clock, and finally, the ultimate action plan. We are totally rebuilding your entire protocol today. So, starting off with Section 1, the great stability lie. All right, prepare to have your ego challenged just a little bit here. Those massive seated machines you love so much, they are essentially an I just joined the gym starter pack. They're meticulously designed to keep you totally stable so that the gym, avoids lawsuits when people drop weights. But think about the real world outside those gym doors. Absolutely nothing keeps you stable out there. I really want you to remember this quote: weights move objects, calisthenics move you. If you rely exclusively on machines that just isolate single muscles, your overall bodily coordination simply dies. You're basically building muscle that looks great in a bathroom mirror, but completely falls apart the second you step onto a calisthenics park. In real life, to move efficiently, your whole body literally has to fire as one single synchronized unit. If you can't move your own body weight through space with precision, well, you're really only training half of your actual strength. Moving on to part 2, the big 5 calisthenics swaps. I'm giving you some tough love today. We are replacing the 5 most common machine exercises with bodyweight alternatives. And fair warning, these swaps, they're gonna humble you faster than your boss asking about an email they sent 5 minutes ago. Let's start with the ultimate ego booster, the lat pull down. You sit, lock your legs under a pad, and pull a bar. The machine is literally doing half the work by locking your core in place for you. We are swapping this for the classic pull-up. Pull-ups strip away all that support and demand that you pull your entire body weight through space. It's the ultimate measure of real pulling power. Can't do one yet? Totally fine. You can progress from inverted rows under a sturdy table to doing negative pull-ups where you jump up and lower yourself down super slowly. Once you master it, you can add a backpack full of books. Just leave the groceries out of it. No need to train with a bag of bananas. Next up is the bench press. Again, it's a perfectly stable, supported path where a padded bench holds your back. The brutal reality swap here is the push-up. Listen, a push-up isn't just an arm exercise. It's a moving plank. It demands absolute, total body control. If your hips are sagging toward the floor like a broken bridge, you aren't training, you are failing. And hey, when standard push-ups get a bit too easy, you move to unilateral archer push-ups, overloading one side at a time while the other arm simply assists. Let's move to and see how this builds, breaking down the step-by-step progression for safely mastering that perfect push-up. You never, ever want to rush form. You start against a wall just to build that crucial mind-muscle connection. Then you lower the angle to an incline, like using a table or a couch. Next, you drop to your knees on the floor. Only when you have a rock-solid, non-sagging core do you graduate to the full push-up. This structured progression guarantees your whole body is acting as one unit. Now for a major reality check, the leg press. You sit super comfortably on a sled and just push weight away. We are swapping this for the Bulgarian split squat, where your back foot is elevated on a chair behind you and you're squatting on a single leg. I guarantee you someone who leg presses over 200 pounds with ease will be violently shaking by rep 8 of a basic bodyweight split squat. Why? Because their nervous system is absolutely panicking, trying to balance and move at the exact same time. Swap number 4 targets the shoulders. The seated shoulder press heavily isolates the deltoids, but you guessed it, removes all the coordination. We're replacing it with the pike push-up. You get into a downward dog position, hips high up in the air, and press your head down toward the floor. It's essentially a mini handstand push-up. It trains your entire body to work as one highly functional unit while inverted, completely taxing your core and your shoulders simultaneously. Finally, the crunch machine. Guys, this machine literally turns you into a human accordion just to build washboard abs for photos. We're ditching it completely for the hollow body hold. You lie on your back, press your lower back firmly into the floor, and lift your shoulders and legs just a few inches up. You will shake like crazy, but this creates a dense, rock-solid core that actually keeps you functional and stable in real-life situations. All right, let's shift gears to Section 3, the biology of real gains. You can have the absolute best exercises in the world, doing perfectly executed push-ups and split squats, but if your internal biological engine is broken, you are not going to grow muscle, period. I really want this number to sink in, 15%. According to a 2016 study, if you finish a heavy set and immediately grab your phone to scroll through Reels, your lifting capacity on the very next set drops by exactly 15%. Crazy, right? So the crucial point is that mindlessly looking at your screen is absolutely not resting. It creates what researchers call a dual tasking event. You're literally splitting your brain's limited capacity between processing rapid-fire digital content and trying to facilitate physical recovery. This causes significant mental fatigue, which directly and measurably impairs your physical performance on the gym floor. Just leave the phone in your locker. And speaking of rest, let's dismantle the whole feel the burn short rest myth right now. Take a look at your ATP-CP recovery times. That's your body's energy currency for heavy strength sets. If you rest for only 30 seconds, you're only getting 50% of your power back. If you jump back in at 60 seconds just because you want to keep your heart rate up, you're starting your next set at maybe 70% capacity. You aren't building strength at that point, you're just doing circuit training badly. To fully restore your power for genuine strength gains, you need a full 3 to 5 minutes of real, device-free rest between your heavy sets. Which brings us to part 4, lazy nutrition and cellular health. We call it lazy nutrition because, frankly, relying on willpower is a losing game. Willpower is a finite resource. By 6 p.m., after making 50 decisions at your job, your willpower is entirely bankrupt. If you rely on it to eat well, you will fail. And this brilliantly illustrates why you need strict environment design to put your life on autopilot. Step 1, throw out the junk. If there are no chips in the house, you literally can't fail. Step 2, stock up on the autopilot basics, things like Greek yogurt, bananas, eggs, frozen veggies. Step 3, use the X effect. Put a physical calendar up on your wall and mark a big red X for every single day you don't eat garbage. Seeing a 14-day streak builds immense psychological momentum. You simply won't want to break the chain. But let's take nutrition a level deeper, right down to the cells. Even with perfect food, you can still optimize your cellular machinery. Timeline's MitoPure, for instance, focuses heavily on repairing your mitochondria, the actual power plants of your cells. Clinical research has shown that this specific intervention can increase muscle strength by up to 12% over 16 weeks, and that's without you even changing your workout protocol. If you are already putting in the brutal physical work on those split squats we talked about, giving your cells this kind of biological upgrade just makes sense. Okay, moving to part 5, your 6 a.m. master clock. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. A 6 a.m. alarm feels like a violent assault on your senses. But mastering your sleep and your circadian rhythm is an absolute necessity for total life optimization. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the SCN deep inside your brain, the suprachiasmatic nucleus. Think of it as your master biological clock. When natural morning sunlight hits your eyes, it sends a direct, powerful signal to the SCN, which immediately resets your body's 16-hour wake timer. This sunlight trigger is literally your ultimate superpower for unlocking stable energy and finally banishing that dreadful 3 p.m. afternoon crash. But getting there is definitely a process. Look at this timeline. Week 1, you will literally want to die. It's brutal. But push through to week 2 and your body adapts. Glycogen depletion and fat oxidation actually begin to optimize perfectly with your new rhythm. By week 4, the real magic happens. Your master clock is so dialed in that you'll wake up naturally, full of energy, 5 minutes before that alarm even goes off. You'll possess incredible, stable mental clarity all day long. And finally, part 6, the ultimate action plan. So how do we actually bring all of this together? Well, the biggest mistake you can make right now is going bananas, trying 20 different routines and program hopping. Program hopping is exactly why most people remain permanent beginners. We're going to lock in a concrete, singular routine, the push-pull leg split, executed 3 to 4 times a week. We are focusing purely on quality, just 6 to 8 brutally hard sets per muscle group per session. And you absolutely must embrace the ugly rep rule. If you stop a set while your form is completely pristine, you stopped way too early. The real physiological magic happens in those final 1 to 2 involuntary slow reps. That's where your muscles genuinely struggle, and a slight bit of body English is totally allowed to safely push your limits. Add that to the 3-part daily formula. First, hit your 10,000 baseline steps, just to remain a functioning, active human. Second,
Throw in some hard cardio, like jump rope, for explosive stamina. And third, your dedicated machine-free strength training. Always remember, you already own the best machine ever created. Your body is infinitely more complex and capable than thousands of dollars spent on equipment that, let's be real, just ends up holding your laundry.
So I am leaving you with this challenge today. What is your day one baseline? I want you to test your real functional strength today. Drop down right now and see how many strict push-ups you can do. Grab a chair and find out exactly when your legs start shaking on those split squats. Post your baseline numbers down in the comments below. Take some accountability for day one of your true fitness journey. The shiny machines are gone. It's just you now. Go train.